Imagine a time over 1,000 years ago in the bustling heart of ancient China. Alchemists, wise men and women, toiled tirelessly, not for gold, but for something far more profound, the elixir of immortality. They dreamed of eternal life, mixing strange herbs and minerals, hoping to unlock nature's deepest secrets. Their laboratories, often smoky and filled with the scent of strange concoctions, were places of intense experimentation, driven by a spiritual quest as much as a scientific one. What they found, however, wasn't eternal life. It was something that would forever change the course of human history, a discovery so powerful, so transformative, that it would reshape warfare, engineering, and even celebration. They stumbled upon gunpowder. So how did this incredible substance come to be? What humble ingredients, when combined, unleashed such explosive power? It all comes down to what I like to call the unholy trinity of ingredients and a dash of accidental genius. First, we have saltpeter, also known as potassium nitrate. Now, don't let the fancy name fool you. Historically, this wasn't some rare, exotic mineral. It was often found as a white, crusty deposit on, well, let's just say manurial soils. Think decomposed animal waste, or even in damp caves, leached from bat guano. Yes, the very stuff alchemists were hoping would grant eternal life often came from, shall we say, less glamorous origins. For centuries, people would even create what were called niter beds, carefully constructed piles of organic matter, ash, and soil, kept moist with urine to cultivate this precious saltpeter. It was a smelly, laborious process, but absolutely essential. Saltpeter is the powerhouse of gunpowder. It's the oxidizer, meaning it provides the oxygen needed for a super-fast burn, even without much air. Think about it. A normal fire needs a constant supply of oxygen from the atmosphere to keep burning, but saltpeter carries its own oxygen supply, allowing for a reaction that's incredibly rapid and intense, even in a confined space. Next up, charcoal. This is the fuel, the carbon source. Not just any charcoal, though. The best gunpowder often used charcoal made from specific woods like willow, hazel, or grapevine, carefully prepared by heating the wood in a low-oxygen environment, a process called pyrolysis. This wasn't just about burning wood, it was about transforming it into almost pure carbon, a highly reactive fuel. The type of wood and how it was charred significantly impacted the quality and power of the final gunpowder. Fine-grained, soft charcoals were preferred because they burned more quickly and consistently. And finally, sulfur. This is the ignition aid, the matchmaker of the group. Sulfur helps lower the ignition temperature of the mixture and speeds up the entire combustion process. It's the ingredient that makes everything happen faster and more efficiently. You'd find it in volcanic regions or mined from underground deposits, often recognized by its distinctive yellow color and, when burned, its pungent sulfuric odor. Its presence ensures that once ignited, the reaction spreads rapidly through the entire mixture. So you take these three seemingly ordinary ingredients, a bit of ancient poop crust, some carefully prepared burnt wood, and a touch of volcanic rock, grind them into fine powders, and mix them together. But here's the crucial part. Gunpowder isn't a new chemical compound, it's a mechanical mixture. Each ingredient retains its identity, but together they create something extraordinary. The earliest known recipe, dating back to 850 AD, was found in a Taoist text called the Taishang Shengzu Danjing. It didn't describe how to make gunpowder, but rather warned alchemists not to mix sulfur, saltpeter, and honey, a carbon source, because it could result in a fire that would burn their hands and beards. A rather fiery warning, wouldn't you say? When ignited, the saltpeter rapidly releases its oxygen, allowing the charcoal and sulfur to burn almost instantaneously. This isn't just burning, it's deflagration, an incredibly fast combustion that creates a massive volume of hot gases, primarily carbon dioxide and nitrogen. It's this sudden, violent expansion of gas that creates the explosive force we associate with gunpowder. Imagine a tiny contained explosion happening almost instantly, pushing outwards with immense force. That's the magic of gunpowder. Initially, the Chinese used this new discovery for fireworks and signals, but its military potential quickly became apparent. From simple fire lances, essentially flamethrowers, to rockets, bombs, and primitive cannons, gunpowder began to transform warfare. It was a terrifying new weapon, capable of breaching fortifications and striking fear into the hearts of enemies in ways never before seen. Early gunpowder was often just a fine dust, which had its problems. The ingredients could separate during transport, making it less reliable and more dangerous. Imagine trying to fire a cannon with a powder that might just fizzle, or worse, explode prematurely. But then came a brilliant innovation, likely in the 14th century: corning. The mixture was wetted, often with alcohol or water, then pressed into dense cakes and finally broken into uniform grains. This process, similar to making pasta, created a more stable, more powerful, and much safer gunpowder. The grains allowed for a more consistent burn rate and prevented the ingredients from separating, making gunpowder far more effective and predictable. The journey of gunpowder didn't stop in China. Over centuries, its secrets traveled along the Silk Road, reaching the Islamic world by the 13th century. Arab scholars and engineers quickly adopted and refined gunpowder technology, developing their own cannons and firearms. From there, it made its way to Europe, where it again revolutionized warfare, leading to the decline of castles and armored knights and the rise of powerful nation-states capable of fielding large, well-equipped armies. Beyond the battlefield, gunpowder found other applications. It was used in mining to blast through rock, making it possible to extract valuable minerals more efficiently. It aided in construction, clearing land and shaping landscapes. And, of course, it continued its role in celebration, giving us the dazzling fireworks displays that light up our skies today, a beautiful irony for a substance born from a quest for immortality and refined for destruction. From an accidental discovery by alchemists seeking immortality, gunpowder became a force that shaped empires, revolutionized warfare, and even gave us fireworks. It's a testament to human curiosity, and sometimes the most profound discoveries come from the most unexpected places. The story of gunpowder is a reminder that innovation, whether intentional or accidental, can have ripple effects that echo through centuries, fundamentally altering the course of human civilization. The next time you see a dazzling fireworks display or learn about a pivotal moment in history, remember the humble origins of gunpowder and the alchemists who, in their quest for immortality, accidentally gave us the power to change the world.